welcome to the webcast for Wednesday, October 13th. Yesterday, there were no new large fires across the geographic area. Initial attack was light overall, and the GAC remains at preparedness level 2 this morning. On the water vapor satellite loop, we can see a highly amplified ridge of high pressure along the west coast. This will result in warm weather with light offshore flow during the next couple of days. Right along the coast, a deep marine layer will keep temperatures on the cool side. Some increase in mid-level moisture from the desert southwest is expected through Friday. Computer models indicate some light offshore flow will continue this morning before winds decrease this afternoon. Highs will be very warm for this time of year, except right along the coast. The offshore flow will lead to low relative humidity readings for many areas with poor nighttime recovery this evening. On Thursday, the moisture from the southwest will become deep enough to allow for isolated thunderstorms over the southern part of the state and the desert regions Thursday and Friday during the afternoon hours. Beginning Friday, the high-pressure ridge will shift eastward, allowing a trough to develop over the region. This will lead to much cooler temperatures this weekend, and highs will only be in the 70s to lower 80s in the valleys, and relative humidity will be higher. It'll also turn windy in the Antelope Valley Saturday and Sunday during the afternoon hours, when southwest winds of 20 to 30 miles an hour will be possible. The trough will eventually generate some strong north winds in the Owens Valley and along the I-5 corridor Sunday night into Monday. Warmer weather is expected to return by the middle of next week. The two-day outlook calls for very warm weather to continue today and tomorrow, with inland valleys reaching the 90s. Some northeast winds of 15 miles an hour will be possible across Soledad Canyon and portions of the Cajon Pass, but otherwise winds will be pretty light. Minimum relative humidity will be in the teens over many areas away from the coast. Some cumulus will develop along the higher terrain this afternoon, but tomorrow isolated thunderstorms will be possible across the eastern side of the San Bernardino and Cleveland National Forests, as well as much of the desert region. A few dry strikes will be possible, but the storms will be very few in number. And now the significant fire potential. The large fire potential will be low over central California through Friday. However, further south, the potential will be slightly higher in a few places due to the highly localized offshore winds along the Soledad Pass and across portions of the Cajon Pass. Due to the light offshore flow, relative humidity readings in the inland areas and across most of the mountains of southern California will be in the teens during the next few days. Thus, even though fuel moisture has climbed sharply last week, the warm and dry weather would allow fuels to be receptive to new ignitions over many inland areas of Southern California. After Friday, the area of highest potential will shift into the Antelope Valley and adjacent areas of the Angeles National Forest, where breezy conditions and low relative humidity would allow for rapid rates of spread. These areas did not receive meaningful precipitation last week, and fuels remain at seasonally dry levels across many of the north slopes of the Angeles and San Bernardino Mountains. Lastly, a slight increase in initial attack may be possible Thursday and Friday due to isolated thunderstorms in the San Bernardino and Cleveland National Forest, but the storms will be very few in numbers overall. This concludes today's webcast. There'll be another one Thursday, October 14th.